Hi, for those of you that don't know me, my name's Kathy from Dollcatz Ragdolls. I thought I'd do a short video to let you know a few things. You're either receiving a new kitten or a second kitten. They are very addictive. So I thought I'd just go through a few things that might be of interest. In your kitten pack, you'll receive all the details that you need to know as far as name, date of birth, colour, pattern, the microchip number, vaccination details, fleeing and worming details, desexing details with their desexing certificate behind there. And then there's just a whole stack of information here that you'll get to have a read through. Everything will be in the folder. I have already sent some of this information. It's quite useful. You may already have a lot of the things already, but it's good to try and use some of the things that they're currently used to. So the main thing you need to know is, as soon as this little kitty cat walks in the door, then the first thing you do is to put them straight into the litter tray. So hopefully you've already made the litter tray up and it's in a wet area, as in the laundry, bathroom, something like that. Covered, uncovered, whatever kind of works. It's good to use what they're currently using, which is in all the kitten notes we've already been through. So it's really important to get them to get used to the litter tray straight away. So the first thing you do is take them in, put them in the litter tray, pick them up and put them in, and then just scratch their paw into the litter tray and just sort of leave them sit there, and they can walk away by themselves, and from there they can get to know what their surrounds are. So about 15 minutes later, pick them up, put them back in the litter tray, scratch the paw again, let them walk away. So they're just starting to get to know where it is, and then again half an hour later, before you go to bed, and first thing tomorrow morning, same thing, until you actually see them using the litter tray, which sometimes they don't because they're scared. They may not eat or drink for the first day. It's not unusual. So that's the time they need to adjust to you, to be a whole new environment. Some of them just fit in really quickly. Some of them take a lot longer. It does take at least 3 days minimum for them to actually not be so shell-shocked. If you have other pets, then it's a good idea to try and lock away the other pet just for that first hour or so, or well, as long as there's supervision, just so the kitten can find out where its new litter tray is and feel a little bit at home while you are, just showing them where the toilet is. So back to the notes. The other thing that we go through here is the eating and drinking. So I just leave a full bowl of the mother baby cat to start with, of food, just so they can come and graze. So just full bowl all the time, put the old stuff down, new stuff on the bottom, with putting the old stuff on the top, and water. They drink so much water, you'd be amazed. So make sure they have fresh water every day. Change the water bowl completely, wipe it out every second day, and then at the end of the week give it a really good clean so it's fresh. Just like when you're changing the kid litter once a week, if you're using crystals, you'll just change the whole thing and start all over again, but scoop the poop as soon as you see it or smell it. So the food that they're on currently as a kitten is the 4 weeks to 4 month old Royal Canin mother baby cat. So this is recommended, and it doesn't matter if it goes a bit longer because it's a higher protein, fattier diet that just gives them a really good start in life. Then from 6 months to 12 months, they can go to the second age food, which is the kitten food, and then basically from 10 months up to 12 months they can change to Ragdoll. Now Ragdoll they absolutely love. It's a big biscuit, it cleans their teeth. Can't recommend enough. Fur ball control, weight management, everything that is needed for a Ragdoll. Now wet food, you can give them wet food. Just make sure that their main diet is dry food, which works out really good because if you want to go away for the weekend once they're a bit older, you can put a full bowl of dry food out, clean their tray, clean water, go away Saturday morning, come home Sunday, and although they'll be mad with you for leaving them, they don't need any attention because everything's easy. So yes, when they're settling in, maybe block off all the areas like under the lounge, behind the TV cabinet, wherever they might be likely to hide, closed doors, just those first 3 days while they're just going, oh my goodness, where am I? So what normally happens is, at my house, they might fall asleep in the lounge room or a different room of the house, and then they wake up and everybody's gone. So they start crying until their mum or somebody else comes to them. Where at your house, they'll cry, but nobody can come to them. So just pick them up, hug them, do whatever it takes just to get them through that first week, basically. And then be more strict on your routines. Some of the things you do need to be strict on is scratching and things like that. Like they're currently trained on, we've got hard floors, so they need to learn to get up and walk over to the scratching post to actually scratch, and it feels better. So they're in a really good routine for that. If they try to scratch somewhere they shouldn't, then pick them up, put them on the scratching post, show them what they're meant to do. The same as going back to the toileting. If they happen to go to the toilet in the wrong spot, pick them up, mid-pee, whatever, put them in the litter tray, scratch their paw, show them what they're meant to do, and be consistent, and they will get to know what's right and what's wrong. If they get up on the bench or somewhere where you don't want them to go, you can get a water spray on the hard stream. Don't let them know it's from you, and just give them a little squirt, and they'll think, every time I get up here, this horrible squirt happens, maybe I shouldn't get up here. Or maybe they'll just do it when you're in bed. But anyway, it's a good thing to have routine with them and tell them what they can and what they can't do. I have introduced a scratching post rule, which is introduced for myself and my daughter, who used to hold them down quite a bit. But when they're little, when they're on the scratching post, that's their safe haven. Don't pick them up. It just becomes routine. So you see them on the scratching post. If they're awake, you can give them a pat. You can brush them. You can play with them. But if they're asleep, don't touch them at all, but never pick them up. They just know they can go there. No one's going to bother them. The dog's not going to bother them. Kids aren't going to bother them. It's just their place. So it does work as a very good routine to do. The car, it's a couple of $100 fine, a couple of points off your license for an unrestrained pet. So it's very much recommended that you put them in the carry cage, don't get them out, and put the seatbelt through the handle so that they are secured in case you break hard. There's a few calming substances on the market, which Fell Away is one of them, and it's a spray, or there's a diffuser as well, but I find the spray better because you can spray it on their bedding, on the scratching post, in their carry cage, where you need it. It's meant to be, it is a synthetic version of the pheromones that they produce naturally, so it's supposed to calm them, so it's good for vet visits, the trip home, things like that, and just around the area when they first arrive, or especially if you have other pets too, it's good for your other pets. Flea and worming I've gone through on the list. It's recommended to be once a month. If you do find that they have fleas, then there is a tablet called Capstar, which will kill any live fleas within 30 minutes. You can buy that from the supermarket or a vet. But otherwise, just treat them monthly. With whatever you recommend, whatever you choose. I currently use Revolution, and I find that works really well as long as you're consistent with it. And the vaccinations. So there's one more vaccination that will be required. There used to be a course of 3, 8, 12 and 16 weeks. It's now not compulsory in New South Wales for the 16-week vaccination for cats. So my vet and I decided to do them at 10 and 14 weeks. So in that 14-week period will be a good time for you to go to the vet and have a full vet check while you're still covered by the 6-week pet insurance that I'll be issuing for you. That is just a free cover, it doesn't cost you anything, and they will probably contact you. It gives you time for the 6 weeks to look into the RSPCA insurance, your house insurance, any other insurance, even theirs, and just compare prices, and it makes no difference whether you go ahead or you don't. It's just a thing to have. It's peace of mind for me in those first 6 weeks, and for you. So I think I've covered most things. I'm sure there'll be a lot of other questions that you need answered, but hopefully that will help just with the first introductions. So enjoy your new baby. It's a wonderful, wonderful time, and I'm available for any questions. Thank you.